ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful way to start the day. A bit of SEA action from our two favourite SEA teams, Fnatic and TNC. Good to go this morning. We've had the drafts go in, folks. What are you excited to see from this?
I mean, there's Io. Io's in the game. He's always fun to watch, right? Everybody loves to watch Io. Yeah, no. Io's a good fun one, but also we have a lot of fun combos, right? Fnatic, they do a lot of ways with their double Doom, Scrimstroke combos. Some cool stuff definitely coming into play with that. And we do get to see, we're blessed with a Tim Shaker as well. It may not be like a super flashy game where he's not playing like against all these illusions and stuff like that, but we've seen Tim's play this hero all time after time. He loves it. He's lots of fun. And we will, of course, see DJ on the Crystal Maiden. That's another like big highlighter that we did just see brought up there, because he is a lot of fun to watch on that hero.
I mean, overall as well, would you say that certain teams come out on top of the drafts? Considering especially like those last picks, is there... DJ.
That's some Agi.
+1.
+1 right there, right at the start.
Thank you very much. Says Gabby.
There's certain things I do like. There's some like nice core matchup things that I do like that I saw on Fnatic's side when they were drafting. Like the they picked the Leshrac after the Slark, a good hero because you're going to deal damage even though if he does get Shadow Dance. They have the Doom versus the Omni Knight, which is pretty nice too. And then they have Lifestealer versus Shadow Fiend. Like these type of matchups are pretty nice. But the overall aspect, TNC has a pretty damn strong draft. I think this should be a pretty contested game. This should be fun.
Yeah, it does feel like it could be a little hard for Fnatic to really sort of go for the core heroes with the backup that TNC's lineup's going to have, right? The Io, the Omni Knight, they've got some great saves. Even Tim's throwing out a Fisher to sort of separate these heroes. This Lifestealer from trying to get on top of someone could make it pretty tricky in the mid game for Fnatic to run down TNC.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's definitely true. The sustain is definitely one thing that I have seen a lot of times versus Doom lineups that really kind of makes the hero... I mean, not just make the hero bad by any means or anything like that, but makes the hero actually look like he has a weakness. Because you actually can reset and re-engage after the fight because you can heal someone and persist through the Doom. Good positioning for the lane for KP because of that fissure. And he should be able to do a decent amount up here too because of this Earthshaker. If they can get some good fissure blocks like that too, he could actually look to pressure with the Doom strokes. And again, DJ!
That's another permanent bit of energy for Gabby.
That's actually bizarre too. Like, did he go for like a courier or something like that? Was he like,
I mean, it's early morning, maybe a late night last night. He's just waking up, DJ.
Yeah, I know that. So Gabby got an early Orb of Venom, so maybe that did catch him off guard because CM is slow. But like, what positioning was he standing in that they were actually able to get on top of him and hit him? Definitely a bit of a blunder in that bottom lane at the start there for DJ.
Hey, got to respect that Orb of Venom slot. And off the back of those 2 kills, Gabby's going to be hitting 2 pretty soon. And once that's there, DJ's going to be even more vulnerable, so has to stay on top of this positioning. Sure, you are just a support, but feeding kills to the safe lane Slark early on never feels good. Gabby is going to be very, very happy with this.
I did not think Armel would come off to that hot of a start in that first 2 waves. He's 7-4 to the 4-2 Leshrac. I thought Lesh would have a much better time in the first few because Earthshaker wasn't there either at the start, so now Moon, now he's going to be pressured in mid. Earthshaker's going to sit around the area, and they can actually easily set up for these raise plays. Armel's 3 now. Oh, Moon has to be very careful when he steps up.
A Fisher and a couple of raises and a right click would do the job if they can get that set up. So Moon has got to respect Tim's, keep himself on the high ground, not step too far forward.
Man, these lanes are actually looking just much better on the side of TNC, just all across the board. That mid matchup now has completely gotten in their favor.
Ice,
and now Ice
is dead.
Another one, not a permanent edge.
They didn't quite get him, Master. Quick enough after Gabby got the touch in, so. But still, you give it go. Oh no, well that would.
Gabby too.
He's gonna have to jump forward. The frostbite is there, and there he goes. Ice will be able to block.
But he'll just hit him anyway. He means like, okay, just give me some little casual stats so I can back up on the lane. That is.
Gabby's looks scary.
Quite a
solid start to the safe lane of TNC. That already 2k lead here at 2 minutes in.
Mid's a disaster. 16-9 to 7-2. And Tim's is just going to, like we said, he's just going to sit around the area. Jabs has to do something that's going to alleviate this. And I think you're going to have to just accept the fact that KP is just going to get a great lane on the Omni Knight now top if you wanted to Scrimstroke with a Lifestealer in your lane. You have to make sure that Moon doesn't get punished by these rotations from the Earthshaker. It's going to be easy kills. Definitely a concern in these first 3 minutes. It's a 2k gold leader, right?
I bet they're getting this advantage. Very nice early on. Ice struggling to hit the creeps. Because he knows that even as the Doom, it's very hard for him to get in. He's got to sort of hope for a nice neutral creep to go and find.
And they can't pressure this lane at all, because the thing about CM is you're annoying because you're spamming your spells on somebody, but IO, you just click overcharge afterwards, and you have a headdress anyway, so you're actually counteracting all of the damage that's coming up in this lane.
Oh yeah.
And Gabby and Armel are gonna have full free farm, and KP is also, like we said, gotta have a good lane top. He might actually be able to set up for kills if Tim's rotates.
There's the Fisher. KP's in on top of Jabs with a purification. That's a kill.
Uh-oh.
TNC looking hot this morning. There's Moon. It's got to be a little careful there. A couple of raises stacking up. Ball is full, so has the regen to pump himself back up to pretty much full with those ball charges.
Fnatic's got to do something to fix these lanes, because I think if they just keep these lanes static, it's just going to get worse and worse. So some moves are going to have to be done by the supports. And right away we are seeing DJ, but I think DJ actually just went to go jungle. He's not actually looking to help the lanes. So he's jungling the hard camp of the Radiant side. And now he's looking to actually make a move toward mid, but
that's going to be hard to do, because Tim's just constantly sat around here.
Yep, he's just waiting in position to try to set up for a vision so they can get these raise plays. They've been offensively glyphed so they can keep this aggressive move. 13-3 to 20 to 30-13. Armel dominating this matchup.
And this is what, in terms of these heroes, well, we're actually hold that for, because bottom lane ice.
Whoop.
They're going to dive him. That's another kill. Again, not quite killing him in time to get the agi buff, but still, it's a dead hero. Gabby knows that he can pick up the permanents, pick off later.
Lesh in the past used to do, I don't know about now with the matchup, how exactly it is. I think maybe Shadow King does actually just do a lot better now, but Lesh in the past used to have a pretty good matchup because you just spam the lightning on the SF and you secure range creeps, but SF has changed quite a lot since those times, and Armel's definitely improving. And there's also Nurse.
Oh, not again!
No, oh no, Ice!
He's just come back to the lane!
The more agi.
Yeah, this time he will get it, Gabby.
This game is getting disastrous very quickly. 6-0, 3k gold lead, 3 lanes just completely won.
Oh no. Maybe they just didn't get the chance to have their breakfast this morning, Fnatic.
Well, I say completely won. Lifestealer is still free farming, but the fact that Omni is getting he's getting full levels. He's gonna be level 5 and he got himself a kill. This is a concern.
And we have seen the old Lives do carry a few games, and there's every reason to believe in him.
But he is versus a Slark. That's the thing. Slark is a very good hero versus him. So, I mean, Shadow Fiend, the thing is, like, Lifestealer is good versus Shadow Fiend for the most part of the games, but if an SF starts to get really, really far ahead, he just is going to hit you with that physical damage quite hard from a distance, and he does have to
DJ.
Away.
Oh no. They saw him there with that courier passing over. He's going to hide, he's going to hope. They won't go hunting for him. Top lane, they'll try and make a play here onto KP. KP with a Heavenly Grace, buffing him up as he walks off. And he's going to live.
Ooh.
The right click from Jabs, not quite enough to finish him. Mid lane Moon actually seeing an opportunity to run down Armel, and DJ comes in, a big kill. A very, very needed one there for Fnatic as Armel is taken down.
That's wow. I don't know how he got on top against Armel, just stepped up a bit too far. That left track movement speed was able to just close the distance. Okay. 23 Savage, so with a late infest up top, it feels like they could have actually had KP if he just insta-did it for that burst damage, but
We'll see what the moves are going to be next for Moon in particular. He's having that slow start in the lane, but you can see after getting that kill, it's not actually that different between them two. You know, 2,800 on Armel's SF, 2,500 on Moon's Lash. It's not too bad considering how the early CS was going heavily in favor of the Shadow Fiend.
I'm worried about bottom right now, though. Look at Ice. He's just constantly being chased. He's trying to get somewhat of something. He does have the TP, but oh my god.
He's out.
Thank God for the buckler. That's the shovel. Go to Tim's. He's got a lot of downtime in between. Of course, he'll get the Kobold first.
Yeah, it's going to be a slow start for Ice.
Yeah.
Only just, I think, still level 3 at the moment. Very close to level 4, but it's a very, very rough beginning for the offlaner. But it seems to be sort of the trend. We see a lot of offlaners at the moment in this meta having some very tough starts. If they end up in these sort of lanes where they're against a matchup that they really struggle to do anything against. That really was the case here. This Slark IO lane just had so much sustain that there was no amount of bullying that could be done to stop Gabby from having free farm down here.
Yeah, but look at the comparison. KP nearly level 7 compared to a level 4 Doom. I just pulled up the levels myself, and it's across the board, yeah. TNC having a much better distribution of levels across their heroes at the moment. Lesh is having that high advantage, but you see these supports level 5 on the IO because of these kills they've gotten bottom. They're gonna actually be able to set up relocate plays pretty early on that might catch Fnatic off guard. And also Slark that might have a diffusal blade coming out when that first relocate comes out. Could definitely be quite a thorn on their side.
Oh yeah, he's on track to getting a quick one rotation with Tim's. Fisher block won't quite be there, but Gabby can still work his way around it, and she doesn't want to commit. So Ice will live. Tim's slightly off the mark there with that Fisher. Doesn't quite get the angle right to block Ice next to the slot. So the Doom will live another day.
Tim's being super active. We see the wards coming out from the side of Fnatic. Actually just watching the river to try to see Tim's movements. And now DJ, he steps up far.
Yeah, it's going to have TP backup coming in. We'll see if they can take down DJ. The first raise off the mark. DJ finally falls, but look who's there. There's the backup to save. And they go March trying to heal Armel up against this aggression. The Fnatic's trying to respond with. He's silenced and they kill off the SF. They'll turn towards March as TNC, they're going to get punished for that aggressive dive. Trying to go in and go for DJ underneath the tower. More than enough time for Fnatic to bring in the numbers and punish both the Shadow Fiend and the Aya.
That's a pretty big of a yikes play too, because it's like a level 3 Crystal Maiden that they're going for with a level 9 Shadow Fiend diving and giving up his life. That was a very risky call for TNC to try to make that aggressive move there. And they don't really gain anything. That was like a low risk, a high risk, low reward play that they actually went for to kill the Crystal Maiden. So a bit surprising to see them really push the issue past the tower there. Maybe not expecting Fnatic to TP, but yeah, Fnatic gets so much. ISS now almost level 6 off of that. A great response by them.
They had a great lead off the back of the lane. TNC, they've got to be careful not to let it slip away down to making questionable plays like this.
Yep.
They'll try and get back on with the pressure on the mid. Tim's is looking again to get an angle if anyone steps forward. Ice is being careful. He knows that they're going to want to fight, especially with Gabby showing his head in the mid lane alongside Armel. It's Fnatic.
This lets them, they want to be able to dive more. That's what this tells me. They really want to be able to take out this mid tower so none of these like TPs will be able to come in and out forward as far. So they can make all these aggressive plays. Doom comes out, but the Fissure is just going to split them, and that's a free disengage. That's a waste of Doom.
I mean, this is the power of TNC's lineup against the Doom. They've just got so many ways to get their teammates out of there.
Yeah.
And to make it very hard for the rest of Fnatic to follow up a Doom initiation.
11-12, 11-22 it looked like, 11-20. Tread's Diffusal finished up. Lifestealer though, keeping pace, only 400 gold behind. Still really nice for 23 Savage.
Oh man. Oh, fine, Gabby is able to jump down to the low ground there. Look to take the courier. They did manage to get the diffusal blade out there, Gabby, before the courier was killed off. So now Gabby can look to go on the hunt. Look to get these kills. Mid lane, setups there from Tim's and jabs. He's dead.
Moon's actually just cutting the tower behind. If you see, he's doing the Edict in the tree play right now mid. He actually just took out the whole tower. He was just sitting in the tree line, he popped Edict and just sat there while that play was happening mid. So he evenly does take out that tower. So now it was, whatever, he lost his mid tower, he'll take out theirs. That's pretty huge to deny that TP access. SSI's stepped up pretty far forward.
Straight away goes for the TP out before TNC's able to look for him in the trees. Gabby just back to lane, back to farming, gets his BKB queued up. It's going to be very important to allow him to fight against this sort of Lesh CM.
These aggressive wards, really interesting positionings here by Fnatic. They're eventually going to get red, but these are a little bit unorthodox wards that we don't see too often. So they actually missed their D ward initially. Now they're going to go back. Gabby has a sentry. They're going to give it to him to just make sure that he does get that D ward. We'll see that happen a lot. You know, the Slark thing. Just give Slark sentries so he's not under vision. But we've evened out completely. That gold lead was almost a 3K plus, and we're now sitting below 1K now. Fnatic. Nice moves have recovered.
Fnatic's going to start getting back ahead. Unless TNC look for plays and find kills, 23 Savage is just going to be able to find that a little bit faster as this live stealer with the Maelstrom. No, Gabby, he's got to find action.
it's a fighting build, so he's got to go look to make sure that those fights do happen, and slow down that Maelstrom lifestealer that we've seen so often. And he does. He's starting to find him. He's starting to be a nuisance.
Very easy for Savage to get away from. He backs off. Tim's was eyeing him up, but no real way to go for a play underneath the tier 2. It's far too deep for TNC to push into.
He's checking to see where he goes to the jungle, it seemed like. Yeah.
Dire structures are fortified.
But Fnatic continuing to pressure this bottom side of the map, trying to pull any attention away from the lifestealer for now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And it really has been, 14 minutes in. It feels like maybe TNC didn't quite do as much as they could have hoped for with the advantage they had off the back of the lanes. This SF has now fallen down to less than the net worth of Moon's Lesh. Moon's overtaken Armel. And even the offlaners, right? Ice, he's pretty much up there at the same value as KP after having a miserable start on the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, he has an easier way of just getting that natural gold built in because he's a Doom, he has Devour and Scorcher, some of the best farming mechanics, but that dive play in the mid really just set Fnatic back into it. Them trying to dive for that Crystal Maiden, the TP's coming in, Ice got tons of levels from it, and now, yeah, they're able to just set up for these towers because of Moon's rotations with the Edict. That opens up the map for them quite a lot, and it gives them a lot of information to see where TNC is positioned. How's Tim's doing? Okay, Tim's is still pretty far from the Blink Dagger, actually. He's still like 900 gold away. And it will be a trance into Yasha into just straight up BKB on the Shadow Fiend versus this Lifestealer who can just straight up get on top of you very quickly. And we've seen what's happened with the Lash, just how quickly he can take him out. It's, ooh.
They try for a smoke, but DJ is just instantly in the neighborhood to dispel it.
Okay.
They prepare themselves for if TNC do continue to go for a fight. Savage hops out. Knows that with the TNC smoke being instantly dispelled, it's unlikely TNC are going to try and go aggressive. So resumes farming.
And a bounty rune, look at that, the Dream. Fnatic with a very fast farming lineup, and they also shovel that up. The range is popped.
I was just a little worried about maybe a Fisher coming out, but actually as it was, Tim's wasn't even there. Tim's showing down bottom, so.
TNC looks like they're going to halt a little bit of their aggression, as it is pretty hard for them to make move when Tim's isn't there, and now Tim's, he's getting caught on. He's a bit tanky though, and there's a reload coming in.
Echo, can Moon get this kill in time? He can. He will lose his life for it.
Armel missed the long-range raise. He actually got Tim's killed there.
Back in mid, TNC, they're not done. They're going to try and go for jabs. Sark has been doomed. As they're leashed up as
He's got heals though.
He is. This Doom doing no damage whatsoever as KP's able to buff him through it. Savage goes for the rage TP.
Doom is... I mean, we did say that the Doom was going to be dealt with pretty well in this game because of the heals that come out and also the ways the fissure split, and we're seeing that coming into play, TNC.
That makes it very hard for ISS to really go. I mean, it's just never going to feel good dooming heroes like the Slot.
No, I mean, it's always...
Unless you catch him alone or sort of separated. In these team fights, Slark is just going to turn and he's just going to continue to hit you. Gabby doesn't care about being doomed when his teammates are there to back him up.
Yeah, I think he has to actually go for the Omni Knight in a lot of scenarios. They have the double Doom, so that's probably just going to be Doom, the target that's Grim ulted, but... Tim's again.
Moon keeps finding these pickoffs on the Shaker.
Now with the haste, they have some Kuros connecting as well, Moon.
Can he get out of this? He's going to go straight for the TP. Is there TP cancel in time?
Oh.
There is not.
Off the mark with the pounce there.
It looked like Gabby would have had the chance to line that up perfectly.
Looked like he might, but yeah, just a little bit, maybe some small mistakes this morning, but keeping the game very even for us. We see Tim's, he pre-buys his smoke. I imagine that means he has the Blink Dagger finished up any second now. Yeah, about 100 gold, even digs up a bounty rune for himself. And now it's going to be easier for TNC to actually make their own aggressive plays. Because besides him, they don't really have anyone else who can actually start the fight. So it has to be Tim's and Ice.
That's you.
Look at that, playing on the trees.
He's got to hold his breath a little longer.
They even
TP's not quite ready.
They scan. Tim's is like, what the hell? That's Houdini.
Very, very nice from Mr. Ice. Off he goes.
Beautiful. And that's an important time for him to survive too, because he's now going to have the Blink Dagger, which allows you to always get the positioning to get the double Dooms off in this scenario. So that was pretty huge. That was nice. Leave it to Ice. Leave it to our boy Darrow to just do some little quick plays with his feet.
So again, I mean, just perfectly moving around the edge of the vision. As Tim's doesn't have a clue. Expects the August for him to have gone a little further ahead and to slide into the bigger group of trees, but Ice makes the big brain play.
Constantly pushing in those side lanes, trying to get the Edict onto the tower. He's doing a great job of keeping these lanes super far pushed in.
Gabby's on the hunt, does find DJ. DJ is alone. So Gabby will finally be able to find some sort of a kill the diffuser plays. It's taken a bit of time to really get in and find these pickoffs because of the way that Fnatic have grouped up. But back on track to getting those extra Agi stacks built in. And TNC, they will reclaim that top outpost just under a minute now before that second round of the XP. Tim's looking for that play, looking for that setup.
And they've got a lot going for themselves right now. That's why you see them constantly looking around, running around the map, looking for these fights because they have that Blink Dagger, because they have these BKB finished up on Shadowfiend, and almost a BKB finished on the Slark too. On top of the Pupil's Gift. So Pupil's Gift is nice also on this Slark because he's a lot tankier versus this Doom and this Slash. Right now they've got a pretty nice positioning here, but Fnatic seems to be pretty aware.
She makes the jump first, Gabby.
Will they get the good double Doom target?
Charging forward, Savage is going to spot the man in the river. There they are, they're going to go in straight away. Looking for Gabby, the Doom's going to be dropped down on the SF bar. He already got the BKB off, so he's good to continue to try and fight this. KP being focused, the stun won't connect, but he gets the GA out in time. They try go straight for Moon. Tim's drops down the Echo. They've lost two Fnatic. They're going to lose Savage as well, as he cannot escape this double kill for Armel. Jabs will be able to TP out, but some great quick plays there. Armel getting the BKB off before the Doom was dropped upon him, so there was no way that Fnatic could really follow up to that on top of the Doom to kill off the SF. He was good to fight. They didn't get KP in time, able to survive, get that GA off. Meaning the Fnatic, they just couldn't find the kills that they were hunting for.
And they consciously took that fight. They knew that the positioning was happening. They knew that TNC was walking up, but they didn't set up their abilities properly at all, right? They Grimstroke ulted the Omni. The Doom jumps in and dooms the SF. There just seemed to be some miscoordination coming out there from Fnatic and TNC. They were just well set up around the fight.
You see it again. Very split off at the start. Instant BKB, ready to go. And sort of once Ice has dropped the Doom at this point, all he can do is run away. Not much more than he can offer.
They just got so split up on Fnatic. And then TNC, they have so much sustain. We've talked about that with that Omni, with that IO. You have to be able to try to get on top of these two and bring them down during this fight. You can't have these fights. You have to kind of end this fight pretty abruptly on the side of Fnatic. If you let these fights persist and drag out, TNC has much better fights like that.
They've got to get KP out of the fight instantly.
Yeah.
If they don't kill him, he's just going to start turning things around.
Now he has a full pipe as well, so that last track, a lot of the damage that Fnatic does have is going to be nullified a bit there. What neutral items did we actually get for both sides? So I'm going to bring that up really quick. Okay, so Philosopher's Stone, pretty nice. Good. They didn't get the Essence Ring on the side of TNC, so I think that Fnatic's probably pretty happy that they got that one and not the opposing side. Okay.
Back to waiting for Fnatic to make another bit of a go. Holy Lock is going to be queued up for March. The BKB, as we saw, Gabby, he's very, very strong. Between that BKB and the GA, they really struggled to kill this Slark. So the only answer to that will be getting the Doom out before, but because of the counter plays that TNC have, even that doesn't feel good.
No, they have so much sustain now in the fight, so I'm actually pretty concerned with for Fnatic if they don't get like a godly jump. And the Soulbind doesn't connect, but they do get a nice Doom on the SF, and they actually protect him with the heals.
The GA's out, the heals as well. They're trying their best to keep Armel safe. He's still alive. The tether's back there. Armel just been walked out of the fight. Can they kill him? They do. They finally bring down Armel. They'll look now over towards March as Fnatic this time do have the damage to bring down that SF. And now KP has been isolated from the entirety of his team. He's running deeper and deeper into the base of Fnatic. He has got a TP, but of course they've got ways to cancel it. They stun him out. KP will fall as well. Fnatic they were able to do it. They could kill him. There was not enough saves in the tank to keep Armel alive for long enough.
Teams was nowhere in the area for them to actually protect. Armel just a bit too far forward. He just got completely isolated. They even threw every single possible heal on him, but a great Doom coming out. And that Ewolf's from the Lesh, stopping the IO relocate right toward the end there. They actually could go through it. I thought there might be enough sustain, but they were able to actually just stay on top of him during all of it.
I mean, it took a lot, but Fnatic did just focus perfectly on the target.
He was just a bit too far forward from his team. He has to stay a little bit closer when he does make those aggressive plays forward on the Shadow King. Even though he does have like BKB and stuff like that, there's still Doom. It's always going to be that until you build something like a Linken's if he does opt to go for that route. Which I don't think he will.
Well, another Ice is pushing this lane down bottom. He's trying to stay hidden, but they're well aware that he's still hanging around.
Well, he's going to know there's a ward there. But he will definitely pay with his life as Gabby gets quite a decent amount of stacks here now too. So 9 permanent, and he has 9 for the upcoming next few moments. But yeah, now Ice is 100% aware that there's a ward down on that, that Tinker ward that we see.
There we go, BKB for Moon. So already we've seen Moon be able to position himself very nicely in the fights. He's getting a whole lot of damage out.
He's had a pretty explosive game so far. Like that laning phase is a little bit rough, but he has really brought it back. And he's had some, like I think Cap was the one who was saying on the title, he's had some like pretty hit or miss games lately. But this one is definitely one of those hits at the moment.
And he's becoming quite the powerful force here in this game. And he definitely is going to damage the camp follow up of Doom. If they get the Doom down before the BKB's out and Moon's just able to stay on top of the enemy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're going to get that kill. Regardless of how much sort of save and heals the TNC have, Moon's damage output is gonna hurt. Queuing up the Bloodstone into the Shiva's Guard.
Yep, get just a little bit tankier. He's now got the Pulse Nova damage talent too. This hero it's very good versus Slark until that Slark does start to get that BKB. You just have a very hard time just committing forward because of how much damage this hero really does do. I mean, he does have it early on, but once those do start ticking away, he does have to be careful versus Last Strike a bit. We got Quickening Charm as well as a Telescope. Pretty decent. I mean, Telescope is always good. This item's always going to be really useful. And also Quickening Charm for Omni is also really nice. He actually does have a decent amount of slots for it.
Well, they're going over aggressive TNC into the jungle, or at least towards it. They're on Fnatic's half of the river. Fnatic are also just hovering around the Roshan pit, making sure that they can protect and defend this area.
I love watching IO inventories. IO is literally just I get every neutral item that nobody else wants hero. And he also has a Holy Locket too, which is nice.
He's got some, yeah,
He's had some change-ups. People are starting to buy this item now finally, at least on IO. Relocate to just split push. Get that bottom lane out. They really want to play around that Roche side right now. They don't want to have to be worried about any type of split push down there. You see them even put their wards around that area, and they're all kind of sitting there too.
I mean, look at the teams at the moment. Is there a team that can take Roshan a little safer? Or is it hard for both of these squads?
TNC takes Sinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a good amount of sustain. They have a tethered Shadow. Shadow Fiend actually does damage. Like the Fnatic lineup hitting Roche is it's weird. Like they have Edict, they have the spells from the Lash, which are okay, but Lifestealer, it's not the same as an SF and a Slark hitting it with the tether, and they have the sustain coming on the side of TNC. So if they can get into that pit unnoticed, they can be able to bring it down. But
yeah, maybe once Savage gets his AC done.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll give that a little bit extra to help them go for it if they find a chance, but ideally Fnatic are going to want to take a fight before they go for that as Ice. It's the jump in. He has found the Slug and the setup's in for the Soulbind double Doom. They'll move in onto both the Slug and the Omni. Tim's trying off the back up, using the fidget to split them up with Savage. He's in on the Gabby, the heal comes out the Gabby. He's fine, he's healed back at the half alpha. Now Gabby jumps towards Savage. He's chasing out the Lifestealer. Armor pops the Requiem, but already Fnatic is a mile away from him. so it won't connect onto anyone. Fnatic are able to disengage. I say that Gabby has got the axe still, so he's pouncing in, jumping forward. They want to keep this fight going. They know that there's no Doom to be dropped anymore by Eyesight, so Gabby can just full commit with the BKB. He's on to Jabs. Jabs is dead, and down towards the bottom. The rest of TNC, they're chasing for more. Gabby's able to pounce in. Moves pot the BKB. He's got 23 sounding inside him, so has that speed, has that health, with the BKB wearing off from Gabby. Fnatic's trying to turn back onto them. They'll go for KP. The GA's out. Gabby being focused as well as Marge. The GA's gonna wear off to Gabby. He's still fighting all. DJ tries to go for the ult, but the ult set to cancels it immediately. 23 Savage. He's looking for that IO. He's trying to kill off Marge, and he gets it. Marge is dead. Gabby does find DJ. Gabby, he's still going. The stacks, they're building up. A buyback comes to the break from DJ. Gabby's onto the ledge, moves out of mana. He's leashed up a Moon. He has the movement speed. He's running. Gabby's gonna have pounce again. Gets the connection. Leash in place. Double kill for Gabby. Now godlike.
33 stacks.
As he's knocked out, Gabby wants to keep this fight going. DJ fought back for this. He's not going to live for long. Or maybe with the frostbite he can. Gabby, he's got Shadow Dance back. He turns, kills another. That's 34 dead on Fnatic. Savage is trying to take me out. He will make it away. But already an absolute slaughter fest as Gabby just cleans everybody up.
I mean, he just literally holds his ground. Look how many, I don't know, how many times did he get heavenly graced in the fight, right? I'm pretty sure KP casted it on him every single time. Even when the Omni's starting to die, he knows what his job is. He's like, with my dying breath, I will make sure that I get the heavenly grace off onto my Gabby. So look at this, KP's getting chased. He's like, whatever. As long as I heavenly grace Gabby, he's able to stick inside the fights. And look at these heals coming out. He just gets fully popped up from the mech time and time again inside of this one. And it all starts out because KP, he gets the heavenly grace off onto the Slark before the initial Doom earlier in this fight. So that means that because of status resistance, the Doom ticks faster. So Gabby's allowed to actually get into the front lines and be that really obnoxious Slark throughout the entirety of the fight.
And Gabby just reading the situation perfectly, knows that he can stay fully aggressive. He sees that, he feels the momentum. Once those stacks start to build up, he knows that there's nothing that Fnatic can do to stop him, just tearing through them one by one. Let's continue to have a flawless performance on his slug. Yet to die this game, back on mid. Oh, hang on. He's got the Aegis and the guy's got the BKB. So that's the Aegis gone. See if they can kill him a second time. Armel has to put the BKB. They'll turn it, wasn't they? Had to Gabby. He needs backup, and he's going to get the backup in time. Marge comes in with the tether, relocate, takes him back to base, keeps him healed up. He is going to come back here. Well, that is if TNC want to keep this fight going. Yule's up, Red Grim starts to push away. Fnatic, Savage, still trying to poke at a target. They're going to be bringing the slot back in soon, and here he is. Gabby has returned, and he's looking for blood. He jumps in, able to catch off Jabs with another massive pounce. And he's up to the high ground. Gabby, he's hunting. He knows that the BKB's already been used by Moon. Shadow Dance used as the stun connects. Gabby turns towards the tower. Savage, he's trying to fight this. They silence Gabby, but again, the sustain, the heals from March. Gabby is constantly sitting at full HP. The tier 3 towers falling. TNC, they're eyeing up the barracks. As Fnatic, they're only down one member, but the 4 heroes, they don't seem to be able to do anything to stop this. They're just letting TNC take the barracks.
They don't have their Doom. They don't have their Grimstruggle. Their BKBs are on cooldown. On the side of TNC, they still have their big things available. Sure, Requiem is down, Shadow Dance is down, but GA is up and Echo Slime is up, so they know how confident they are. They know how strong they are at the moment going up into this high ground.
Everybody's up now for Fnatic. What can they do? Savage tries to lead in quickly with a disarm, but it just goes off so quickly. That Heavenly Grace keeping Gabby so strong. Another tier 3, a second set of racks in trouble. If Fnatic have anything, they've got to use it now. As the racks are going, there's nothing that they seemingly are able to do. Moose trying to come out of the backlines, go for the backliners, but Gabby, he's just straight in. He's under tier 4s, he's on to Jabs, the bash is there, Jabs is dead. They cannot stop the slot. Gabby goes wherever he wants, and he takes whatever he pleases.
There's just way too much backup for this Gabby Slark. He has everything in the world just buffing him up. The IO, the Guardian Angel, just so many different aspects making him so much stronger. Whew. I don't want to pull it up, but like the support scores are real rough on the side of Fnatic this game. Both of them is sitting 0-7. Because of how out of hand this Slark gets.
Here comes Gabby again!
It happens as support.
Oh, poor old DJ, the Fisher stops the ultimate! Gabby, he's just gonna, he wants to dive. He's gonna play a sense. Well, there's still tier 1s and tier 2s on this lane, so they'll go for the objectives.
He'll jump over the tier 2 and, you know, take a look at that tier 1 for a moment. And he's, oh, look at this, I love it. The Basher, and he's got the moon chart queued up.
I mean, he's not dying. He's not dying, so the quicker that he can build up the stats and have the chance for the Bashers, that's the way to go. Attack speed's all he needs to build.
It gives him some nice night vision, too, you know. Actually, a lot of night vision as they keep buffing what moon chart gives, of course.
Is under attack.
Yeah, I mean,